it's Natalie for Not Just for Boys Kit Club. Today I am using the Burnished Limitless Kit, and I'm going to use these little photos of my son and his Pinewood Derby car in Cub Scouts. I'm using that sketch you can see right there that the amazing Nicole Santos made, but I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to make the elements that are the circles my photos, and then I'm going to use something different for the rectangle, which is in the sketch, is the photo. So I am going through the papers in the kit to decide what I would like to use as my background paper. And I land on one of the 49th and Market Serenity papers because I did want a little bit of a less busy or dark background because I wanted to add a lot of elements to it. So I go with that paper right there with the little light blue pattern on it. And I'm going to lay out my photos to see exactly how I'd like them to be. I pulled out the paper ephemera from the Mente Garage ephemera kit, and I pulled out a lot of the circles, but you can see over there on the right that they're all pretty big. So they're mostly going to not really work for what I have here, although I do have those really cool pockets that are also coming in the ephemera pack, and I have some fun ideas in mind for those. So I am now looking for the rectangle element. So I kind of pull out these two different tags because above the rectangle is where the title is supposed to go. And I play around with stuff, but I don't really commit yet. I decided to go ahead and work on the background, which will be using the sketch. So I use this stencil from Ciao Bella that comes in the kit, and it's like these gears, and I have this really old Heidi Swap texture paste here, but it works really well, and so it's this lovely black color. So I just run it through the portion of the stencil that is the gears, and I just like rotate it and put it on the other side, because on the sketch it has like a little rectangle and then a long rectangle on the very edge of the page. So I will use some paper to hide the edge of this stenciled bit here. So I let that dry for a while, and I love the grunge of it already. You can see I went to the elements paper of the Mente Garage paper and cut out some stuff, fussy cut some stuff that you can see at the bottom of the page there. So I pull out a couple of the smaller ephemera bits, and now I'm looking for a pattern paper to put on the sides. And I really want to use that diamond plate, but I also kind of want to incorporate some blue because I have the blue in the background. I don't have a lot of blue in the photos or anything. So I decided to use both. So I pulled out this blue jean kind of paper, and I cut a couple of strips, and then I'm going to do a ripped strip of that diamond plate paper. And, you know, this is just a reminder that a sketch is fabulous, but it's only a starting point, and it doesn't have to, your layout doesn't have to go exactly by the sketch. So there's one strip of paper on the sketch. I use two. There's a smaller strip of paper. I use stenciling instead of the strip of paper. I cut that blue jean paper too fat, so I decided to run it off the page, and I'll just trim it off with my trimmer because I just want a little peak of blue. I don't need much. So I am putting adhesive on the back of the ripped piece of paper as well, which is the diamond plate paper. And I also run it through like with my page distresser because I want it to be a nice distressed look, because that goes with this Mente Garage collection that we're using. It goes with 49th and Market, and it's just my vibe. So I really liked these colors, the blue and they're almost very calming. I like how they kind of balance out the pictures that I took of my son, and he's in like a beige shirt is the color of his uniform shirt, and he's on a brick wall. So I'm really happy with the balance of that. So I popped the sketch back up there so you can kind of see where I'm going with. So I have the outside full length strips. I have the stenciling, that's the inside strip. And now I'm going to do this tag here is going to be my rectangle element. And it says best mechanic. These cars are just, they go down a little track, an incline, so they are not mechanical. But he would be all about that, building an engine or something. He's in Cub Scouts right now. He's a wee below. And he made a pickle car. Our last name is Dill. And he made the big Dill mobile, and it was funny. And he used embossing powder to make it, which is also really fun. I love to use my craft supplies. So this is from the Burnished Limitless kit too, and it is tags from the Serenity collection by 49th and Market. So I wanted to do like a layered tag look, and I wanted to use the charms that come in this kit. And so I decided to layer the tags, and then I would hang the charms from the strings of the tags. So I'm just picking a tag to put my title on, because in the sketch, the title goes above the rectangle piece, which is supposed to be the photo. So my title is going to just be really simple. It's just going to say Derby because we have a lot going on in this page. So I use the Pink Fresh Studio Alphas that come in the kit. They are called Spring Vibes, and they are this really lovely silver, and I love it. They like really soften up this kit, and but they work really well. Like they're the color of a diamond plate. I don't know. So they work with like garage and stuff. So you can see they stuck off of the label. So I just used my powder tool, which is what I use for heat embossing, but I used that to make them not sticky anymore because I didn't want them to stick to the photo or anything. So I've roughed up the edges of that tag, and I'm going to stick the hole in it, and now I'm going to use a lot of time to mess around and stick these strings in there. I have edited most of that out because you don't want to see how long it took me to get all these strings in here and get the charms tied on. But the string is actually from the first Limitless kit that I ever got from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. I had a little bit left, but it was perfect colors. It was like blue and browns, and so I pulled that out of my old kit and used that to fill the holes. And so I have a few strings going on because of the layer tags. So I decided to, did you guys ever make friendship bracelets? So I'm using like the friendship bracelet technique where you kind of wrap all of the strings with one string, also known as a hair wrap technique. But that was a fun little way to kind of make sure that all of these strings were combined and safely, neatly tucked away. And I was happy with how that looked. So I am going to trim off the ends of those as well. I might do that off screen. So I take my foam tape and I run it up the fussy cut bit that's like a measuring tape or a ruler. And I'm going to just use that to pop it up over there on the edge. And then I also fussy cut a pipe to be another like lengthy element that's going to go on the edge of the page. And then all of the other little elements are mostly circular or just smallish and pertain to cars or working in the garage. So I am going to use foam dots to pop those up. Oh, and there was a car too. So I obviously had to use that. Yeah, so I'm going to pop most of the elements up with the foam dots. I am going to leave that one larger photo just flush directly with the page because it's going to be underneath that tag. I do pop up the word Derby on the tag with some foam as well, and that way I can just kind of position it and it's not going to fall in a way that covers anything. I definitely wanted to control where the title went, so I did stick some foam tape behind that. I love those little charms. They're all different tools and they're so cute, and I love how bright and silver they are, so they really go well with the diamond plate paper and then the alphas. I love the mixture between like the dark colors and the light colors. They're so good at making kits. I'm in awe every time, like how well everything balances everything out. So I am just going through and adding the pop dots to all of the fussy cut elements. Those like black gear looking kind of things, I think I cut 3 of them. And then once I laid everything out, I kind of realized I needed a couple more. So there were more on the fussy cut sheet. So I just went and cut a few more. Oh, there I go, trimming up the tag strings so they look a little neater. And I think we're coming to the end. I'm going to link down below with a direct link to the Burnished Limitless kit. Also to the Not Just for Boys Kit Club blog, where you can find stills of all the detail shots of this layout. At the end, I decided to add in these beautiful flat back gems from Pink Fresh Studio, but they were black, and then they have like a blue iridescent look to them. So they just worked so perfectly with the black pops of black in this collection in this page, and then the pops of blue as well. So I just had to add all those. And then they also kind of helped contribute to the circles that were sporadically in the sketch. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and I love to hear from you guys. I enjoy comments as well. There's the little flat back gems that I think match so beautifully. Like I said, I'm going to link down below with this kit, so check them out. They are fabulous. Their kits are amazing every month. They have other ones as well, and I also have an unboxing a few videos back that you can check out if you're interested to see everything that was in this kit. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'd love it if you'd like and subscribe. Bye, y'all.